introduce yourself a little bit?
Well, my name is Gabi Pezo. I currently live in Dubai. I'm originally from Ecuador in South America. And what else? I'm a mom. I'm married. I have a 2-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, he's gonna be 3. He's a 3-year-old. Oh my God. And I am a designer and a laughter yoga teacher
Okay, what's a laughter yoga teacher?
as well.
What's a laughter yoga
And,
teacher?
and yeah, that's me. Well, laughter yoga is a process where I teach people, basically, I teach people how to laugh for no reason at all. There's no jokes, comedy, or humor. So I kind of teach them how to laugh despite whatever is happening in their lives. Basically at healing centers, and sometimes I teach in companies because laughter reduces stress. So there's a lot of stressed people in the world. So it's kind of like something that I love to do. So I've been doing this for I think 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
basically laughter yoga.
Okay.
So
Um,
you kind of like mix exercises with you mix exercises that have to do with laughter with the yoga breathing. So
mhm.
that's why it's called laughter yoga.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. I didn't have any idea what was how was it combined. So, can you tell us a little bit about your story that you're sharing in the book?
So yeah, um, Christine wanted me to talk about because book is about healing, and I
Mm-hmm.
said I don't really think I have anything to share with you because somebody referred us, and then I told her my story, and she says that this story is perfect for the book. So basically, the story about me having a diagnosis of PCOS, which is polycystic ovary syndrome, which means that you have cysts in your ovary, and which people do have
Mm-hmm.
that diagnosed. And, and then what happened was that I got the diagnosis, and then I had the diagnosis for years, and then I mean I didn't really care about it. Then I had a doctor said to me, "Well, do you know that you're never gonna have any kids?" And I said, "What?" Like I didn't think that that was part of like my diagnosis. I thought that it just had cysts, and so that's how it all started. Like as soon as I put that in my head that I was sick, then all the symptoms I didn't even have any symptoms, then all the symptoms started to appear. And that was really, I was like it all started in my head. Like, okay, so I had the symptoms. I started getting depressed. I started getting all the symptoms, which was one of them was like the period, like the cycle was all messed up. And it was like 45 days, 50 days. And I was like, oh my God. And then at that time, I wanted to have children. And then because my period was so like totally erratic, I couldn't figure out what was the right time, or whatever. And then what happened is that I started doing some self-discovery and doing breath work, which I do talk about that in the book,
Mm-hmm.
what breath work is, which is breathing, and kind of accessing parts of my mind and reading kind of my body and to see information, just to access information about what was happening and why was I having these symptoms. And I was discovering these things. What else happened? Okay, because the story is so long, at times I would know. Then through breathwork, I discovered spirituality in India, and then I went to India, and then I talk about like India being like like the catalyst, like the one thing that kind of, I don't know, like cleanse me or cleanse my mind, or I don't really know how to explain that other than in the book that is already explained, but kind of like just whatever thoughts I had about myself. So during that time, although I had PCOS, I also discovered that I had this thing that I didn't want to see myself in the mirror, which is something very personal. A lot of people didn't know that. But because I was dealing with so many, I felt very inadequate. I felt with this disease that I had, with this diagnosis, I felt very inadequate. I felt like I was less than a girl because I couldn't. People were telling me, "Oh, you couldn't be a mother," or I felt really out of my body, like really weird, and I didn't want to see myself in the mirror. But when I went to India, I was given the opportunity to do something, like it was shaving my head, and I talk about how that felt and how that kind of like really, I don't want to say fix, but kind of heal a part of me that was aching, and so yeah, so I talk about that, like spirituality of shaving of the head, and how that was very impactful in my life. To this day, it's one of the most important things that has ever happened to me. I think both two things, like the birth of my son and that, the shaving of the head. So that's what I talk about in the book. I don't know, I'm kind of like rambling a little, but it's kind of like what I talk about. Yeah.
In the book. And at what point did you decide to start helping people with what you have learned on Gunfeder?
Yeah, I decided that well, I was already a laughter yoga teacher when I was doing that. It was really funny because my guru in India, he always says that we need to live in simplicity, love, and service to mankind. And I said, well, I knew all of these things, laughter yoga stuff, but I never did anything with it. I've been a laughter yoga leader since 2007. I said I never did anything with it. And when I went to India, it kind of like clicked in my head because his message was so strong that you need to do work. It's like you're worshiping God. And I feel like I have to do this. And this is my calling. And then I remember that he had like a private quarter, like where nobody could go in. But for some reason, we were allowed to go inside. And there was a swing. He had a swing in front of a mirror. And the story says that he would let people go and sit on the swing, like very important people, like, I don't know, prime minister, whatever was very important, could sit on the swing and look themselves in the mirror, and he would just, tell them to swing. And I thought, oh my God, because he wanted people not to see themselves too serious. People think they're so serious, but in reality, we're all just children. So that just clicked in my head too. And I said, he has a sense of humor and it's about laughter. And I said, well, that's it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to totally do this laughter yoga thing. And I decided to start then. I took courage because before that, I had never taught anybody how to do laughter yoga. And then when I went back to India kind of like a year later to think more for laughter yoga, and that was it. Like I totally said, I have to do this. Like I was given a gift, and I don't do anything with it. Then it's kind of like pointless. So yeah, that's how I decided to serve, basically, to just do what I love to do and be of service to whoever needs it.
Okay, that's awesome. What kind of people do you help or look for you?
Well, right now, I am in the period, because I'm in Dubai. I'm in the period where I'm kind of like letting myself known here, because not a lot of people know about laughter yoga. But there's certain companies that want me to go in, just have like a taste of what is laughter yoga, and to kind of like connect, because like you connect through laughter is the one language that is universal language. Laughter means the same in every single language. So they asked me to go, but I I'm really the people that want my service are basically that. But right now, I'm trying to figure out a way to combine all my passions into one, which is I want to become a breastfeeding counselor, which I'm already in the process of enrolling,
Mm-hmm.
and I am a postpartum doula, which is something that when I gave birth, I really didn't see that much support for people that that had just given birth, and it's such a fragile state for the mom. And I think that if I combine those two things
Mm-hmm.
with our, it could be really powerful because a lot of things that happen after birth, like you can get postnatal depression, or you can get just the baby blues, or you can just have post-traumatic stress disorder from a traumatic birth,
Mm-hmm.
or so I'm trying to combine all of those things
Okay.
because I really want to work with mothers because I think that they're so. I mean, I am a mom and I am so stressed at times, and I'm a laughter yoga teacher, so I figure out that if I can help more mothers, that will be especially new moms because I think there's a lot of pressure on new moms to be perfect and to do everything right. Society tells you, I mean, if you're not a perfect mom and you do everything perfect, then you're not enough. So I'm trying to direct my practice towards that, kind of like leave a little bit of the corporate behind, but just really focus on that kind of service now. Because I really think that that's where my heart is right now, after being a mom and after dealing with so many other birth of my son. So I'm really looking forward to combining everything and making something unique to cater for the new moms, which probably next year will be the best time after I graduate from all these things that I have to do.
You still need the time and no stress.
Yeah, yes.
So,
Yeah.
what has rewarded you the most
So
from this
mhm.
journey? What has been the most amazing discovery?
You mean laughter yoga or which journey? So many journeys we're taking every day.
Yeah, from the laughter yoga.
The most rewarding thing right now, I mean, the most rewarding thing I've ever experienced was when I started teaching in Qatar, and I used to give classes at the center where Nicole Van Hatten had a center, and I worked with her. And I remember we were giving classes morning and night. I had this girl come, and she was from the Philippines, and she would come every class. I mean, I think we had 5 classes total after, and after that they closed the center. But those 5 classes that we had, she would always tell me that she was lonely, she was sad, she was so she was so depressed because she had nothing, nobody there, nothing to, no one in Qatar. And then she looked forward to the class. And for me, it was very rewarding. To this day, I still remember that because it really connects. I mean, laughter really connects people. And when you're in a group, you kind of feel like you're not alone. Even if you don't know them, you're laughing with them. You have that connection. So for me to facilitate that, because I don't really make them laugh, I don't really tell them anything funny. I just facilitate a group to laugh. For me, that's amazing. I mean, I feel really happy when that happens after people have said, "Oh, I really like this."
Mm-hmm.
But that was the first person that ever said that to me. And for me, I still remember, and that was the most rewarding thing. I hope more rewarding. I can hear more of that, and that was like for me, it's priceless. It's
Mm-hmm.
totally priceless.
And how do you help, well, not help, push people when they get with you in the first class and they don't know how to start or they
Mm.
don't know how to laugh? How do you help them? Or what? Yeah, how do you help
What do
them?
I tell them? Yeah, it has happened
Mm-hmm.
too that when people go into the into laughter, they really do not know because sometimes it's really hard for them just to let go.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes people tell us, I mean, society tells us that do not laugh too hard, or what, if you need a reason to laugh. And if you're laughing for no reason, maybe you're dumb or an idiot. You look like an idiot, they would say. So I tell them to leave, like, it's like leave everything behind, leave your mind behind, mind and don't think. Like your body knows what it has to do. Because laughter yoga, the principle in laughter yoga is that your body will create the happy hormones, endorphins and serotonin, or everything that is good for you, your chemicals or the nice chemicals, even though your brain knows that you are quote unquote faking the laughter. Because at the beginning you're faking, ha 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 ha. And then somehow there's a point when it changes. So I tell them, just follow your body and forget about your mind. Because your mind will always tells you, don't do this, this is dumb or whatever. But your body knows better. So the more we move, that's where our classes are moving. So we move a lot. And yeah, so the more you move, the less you think and the more benefits you get. So for me, I always tell them that just don't pay attention to your mind, to your go. And yeah, that's what I tell them. And hopefully, and most of them some of them are hesitant at the beginning, but at the end of the day, when they're just rolling on the floor laughing, they're like, yeah, you're right. It does work.
What do you recommend people who don't have any these types of classes or therapies close to their house?
So there's several things that you can do. We have a Skype laughter clubs. You can search for Skype laughter clubs, and then there's people. We always get on the Skype laughter and we talk. We don't say hello. We don't say anything. We just start laughing, and then you laugh with them, and then you just laugh. There's several around the world. There's also a Skype. There's also laughter phone. Somebody calls on the phone and they just laugh. They can laugh with you. So try it with other people. But if you want to laugh alone, you can always, like I always tell them, laugh in the car. And because nobody cares what you're doing in your car. Your car is like your own space. And if somebody sees you, then you just start laughing at them or whatever. I do that all the time. And then the other thing is that a lot of people say laugh sing in the shower, but I always tell them you can laugh in the shower and nobody sees you either, because most of us are very self-conscious when we begin. We're like, we know other people and what other people are going to think about us. So lock yourself somewhere in the bathroom and then just shower and just laugh. So those are things that you can do. Also, with things that you hate to do, there's things that you hate to do, like chores. You can always laugh during chores, and it makes them more pleasant. Like ironing, which I hate. You can do that. You can iron your clothes and you laugh while you hate doing it. So those are things that people can do. I will have some, I'm trying to come up with some programs I can teach people how to laugh alone, and that will be hopefully in the future something that I can offer them. Really do that. And I also do one-on-one coaching, but that's more deep. That's very, very deep work. But for everyday things, the three things that I told you: laugh in the shower, do the chores, and laugh in your car. Those are the best options.
That's a very good one. Laughing at the chores that you hate.
Yeah.
You still have to do it.
Just laugh at the things that you hate. Yeah.
One last question, Ari. If you could describe your journey or your work in one word, what would that be?
It would be fun.
Fun?
It would be fun. Okay. Yeah.
Why fun?
It's so much fun. I would rather do this. I don't know. It's just too much fun. Just to laugh with people that you don't know. It's just amazing. And everybody that I tell them what I do, they do, and I always have to explain, and I love that because hopefully there will be a time when everybody knows another laughter yoga teacher, and then we will be more known worldwide, and then we don't have to explain everything. But for me, it's really interesting just to say, yoga? What do you mean yoga? Do you put a pose and then you strike a pose and then you laugh? I'm like, no. So it's really fun. Even describing it is a lot of fun. So that's in one word that we.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Is there something else that you want
Thank
to add for
you.
the people?
Um, that I really hope they enjoy the book. I'm really looking forward to reading all these because I know so many people in that book that are friends of mine or have been my coaches, and I'm just so looking forward to reading everyone's story because everybody has something amazing to say
Yes.
about and their journey. I just can't wait, and I hope they enjoy you.
Thank you, Gabi.